The clash between Tucker Carlson and Fox News is officially escalating, as today we're going to tell you more about what exactly happened between the two sides. Well, this one is surprising. What an absolute mess the mainstream media is these days. The so-called legacy media, even the so-called right-wing media outlets like Fox News. Following the divorce between Tucker Carlson, one of the most popular presenters in the world, and Fox News, the ratings of the news channels completely collapsed. Tucker Carlson himself did an exit video on his own private outlet and Twitter, which got millions and millions of views, more than any other TV channel. Now, thanks to Megyn Kelly, we've got some new updates for you guys, because seems like that divorce between Tucker and Fox is slightly more complicated because they didn't actually fire him. Let's find out more from Megyn Kelly.
And have a lot of thoughts about it. I want to, I think, break some news for you. Tucker Carlson hasn't actually been fired. He's still an employee of the Fox News channel. What happened was Suzanne Scott called him, she's the CEO, on Monday morning and said he was not going to be allowed to do any more shows and that he had been kicked out of his company email.
What?
And now they're going to have to negotiate an exit.
Brexit.
Some reporting to me suggests that she said it's going to be an amicable parting. Right, isn't it? Completely catching Tucker off guard. But Tucker's not fired. That's my information.
Wow.
That he still needs to negotiate the exit, and that right now he's not free to launch a podcast or a digital show or negotiate with other employers at all because he's still under contract. They pulled his show off the air. They also fired his executive producer, Justin Wells. And though he tried to find out why, they wouldn't tell him. They refused to tell him why.
This is a weird Brexit situation. So is it some sort of slavery thing? Well, he's basically stuck. So they cancelled the show. They cancelled his access to his email, his company email, and he's not allowed to sign any contract with anybody else because they haven't officially fired him. So they are holding him as a hostage. That's basically what the situation is. It's not going to help the reputation of Fox News or the whole industry of the mainstream media. But for those, in case you haven't seen the response from Tucker Carlson following his so-called sacking, but it wasn't actually even sacking because they just completely blocked him out. This is the video we have from Tucker.
Good evening, it's Tucker Carlson. One of the first things you realize when you step outside the noise for a few days is how many genuinely nice people there are in this country. Kind and decent people, people who really care about what's true, and a bunch of hilarious people also, a lot of those. It's got to be the majority of the population, even now. So that's heartening. The other thing you notice when you take a little time off is how unbelievably stupid most of the debates you see on television are. They're completely irrelevant. They mean nothing. In 5 years, we won't even remember that we had them. Trust me, as someone who's participated. And yet at the same time, and this is the amazing thing, the undeniably big topics, the ones that will define our future, get virtually no discussion at all. War, civil liberties, emerging science, demographic change, corporate power, natural resources. When was the last time you heard a legitimate debate about any of those issues? It's been a long time. Debates like that are not permitted in American media. Both political parties and their donors have reached consensus on what benefits them, and they actively collude to shut down any conversation about it. Suddenly, the United States looks very much like a one-party state. That's a depressing realization, but it's not permanent. Our current orthodoxies won't last. They're brain dead. Nobody actually believes them. Hardly anyone's life is improved by them. This moment is too inherently ridiculous to continue, and so it won't. The people in charge know this. That's why they're hysterical and aggressive. They're afraid. They've given up persuasion. They're resorting to force. But it won't work. When honest people say what's true, calmly and without embarrassment, they become powerful. At the same time, the liars who've been trying to silence them shrink and they become weaker. That's the iron law of the universe. True things prevail. Where can you still find Americans saying true things? There aren't many places left, but there are some, and that's enough. As long as you can hear the words, there is hope. See you soon.
That was interesting, wasn't it? Because, again, most of you might have seen that clip already. He didn't go like a crybaby. He didn't try to do victim blaming or anything like that. He basically made his video from a position of power and strength. And that matters. That's the exact same reason that his video managed to actually get, well, the last time I checked, was almost 23 million views. 23 million views. This is absolutely crazy considering the whole situation. And now that we find out more details about what actually happened, it makes you think about how long will this house of cards of the legacy media will last, both in the United States and in the UK. So we'll find out more about this so-called divorce and the Brexit version of Fox News for you guys as we will continue to challenge the mainstream media. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.